The last time I was at this beach right here, I had told myself and made the decision that I wanted to quit my 9-to-5 job. I told myself I was sick of that shit. I wanted to live life on my own terms and focus completely on my business. And now, the second time that I'm here, only about a month and a half or 2 months after I've completely left behind my 9-to-5, and I'm celebrating hitting 5,000 orders on TikTok Shop, which we just recently passed. Now, this right here gave me the perfect idea of, I know many people want to live this kind of life, leave behind the 9-to-5 and have a business that they can work on and work on hard from anywhere. Have complete location freedom without an asshole boss telling you what to do every day. So I decided to make this video and give you the blueprint that I've followed over these last 2 years to be able to go all in on my own business and totally leave behind the 9-to-5 shitty grind. So let's get right into it. So my story began about a year ago. On August 25th of 2023, I uncovered this new opportunity called TikTok Shop, and I told myself I was going to finally have this one thing to focus on. I know it's going to be big. I know it has a lot of potential, and I'm going to make this the thing that I focus on for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, however long it takes. I'm going to succeed in this. Now, I've had experience with e-com in the past, ever since I was actually 10 years old with Amazon, and I've tried so many different things, so many ways to hit it off rich, but I would never stick to them. I would never be consistent. But this time around, when I found TikTok Shop, I told myself I am going to stick to it no matter what, and I'm going to make this a successful venture. Don't mind the camera shaking a lot. I'm just holding my phone and recording right off the dome, no script, none of that, no camera, no setup, nothing. So the audio might even suck, but bear with me. So pretty much when I made that leap into TikTok Shop, the reason why I think I've been able to be successful on it in 1 year and now totally even behind my 9-to-5 is because of the power of focus. When I said I was going to dedicate myself to just TikTok Shop, I really meant it. That meant there was no other business models I was going to follow. That meant there was no content I was going to consume about other business models. That meant pretty much leaving behind the rest of the world and focusing exclusively on just e-com. The mistake people always make, and the mistake that I used to make in the past all the time, is we'd pick something, we'll stick to it for 3 weeks, and after the initial excitement would go away, we would totally leave it behind. And that's why 99.9% of people fail when it comes to e-com or making money online. They resort to saying, oh, it's all a scam, it's not real, you can't really do it. I'm living proof, and I've documented my whole journey on YouTube, that it is completely possible. Now, when I focused on TikTok Shop, that meant I also had to make a lot of sacrifices. That meant I couldn't yet leave my 9-to-5 job. That's another big misconception many people have. They think, all right, that's it. I'm going to focus on business or YouTube, leave behind my 9-to-5 right away, jump into it. After a month or two, they run out of money. And again, failure, and you have to start at zero. You need to be willing and able and ready to sacrifice a lot. Not only did I sacrifice this past year, but pretty much the whole last 2 years. I dedicated the last 2 years since I graduated college to figuring out how I was going to be able to leave behind the 9-to-5 or have my own business. Totally. That means sacrificing friendships. That means sacrificing nights out. That means sacrificing weekends. My schedule over this past year, and I'll tell it to you exactly without sugarcoating anything, without gatekeeping anything. My schedule was go to my 9-to-5, come back home, work on my business, go to sleep, repeat the next day. Do you know what my schedule was on the weekends? It was wake up, work on my business all day long, go to sleep. Sunday, work on my business all day long, go to sleep. Monday, the cycle starts again. In the beginning, to get even more, I guess you could say, capital to be able to go in on e-com and on TikTok Shop, because they don't pay you right away, I even added another job on top of that. I was doing like little gig jobs like Uber Eats and DoorDash, and I was doing them with no fucking AC in my car. In the heat of the summer, I was working 6-7 hours, sometimes like on a weekend, doing DoorDash so I can get more money because my 9-to-5 was not paying enough. But let me tell you one thing, all of that shit is going to be worth it. In 1 to 2 years from now, when you sacrifice the shitty friends, the shitty lifestyle, and you focus on one single path, on one business model, you're gonna find yourself with no manager, being your own boss, chilling on a beach like this. I know the shade kind of fucked it up. That was gonna be pretty epic. But anyways, you see what the beach is looking like. Now, you need to be someone who is prepared to give it your all. This doesn't end after you leave the 9-to-5. It actually starts truly after you leave the 9-to-5. I also don't want to give you the misconception that, hey, if you buy my coaching, if you join my coaching, I'm going to show you how you can just be living on a beach for the rest of your life. That's not it. after even you leave the 9 to 5, you need to maintain that work ethic or double down on it further. That means now that you're a full-time entrepreneur, there's no vacations. You need to work every single day. Are you willing to do that? Before you even start, ask yourself that question. Is that something that you're willing to do? If the answer is yes, you are willing to work 6-7 hours every single day on your business because you truly love it and you're willing to put in that work, again, still sacrificing weekends for a couple more years, then this is for you, right? Even if you go on a trip, a vacation or whatever, still working on your business, right? I came out, enjoyed the beach for an hour, hour and a half. Now I'm about to go back, hop on TikTok live, create some more content and keep this shit going. In the morning, I had to do the same thing. So what I can tell you is it truly is a beautiful life and a life worth living when you live it on your own terms. It's just very satisfying, right? I look back on my job, and if you're someone right now who's working a job you hate, be grateful that God put you in that situation. He didn't give you comfort because he knows there's more out there for you. For me, when I had those shitty jobs and I was in those situations where I applied to over hundreds of jobs to try to find something I would like and would hear no repeatedly, I didn't take that as, oh my God, I'm so unlucky. Oh, I have no luck. Oh my God, something like blaming the outside. No, I took this is a sign from God that I'm too good for this. There's something more out there for me. And the discomfort of having a job I didn't enjoy, that didn't pay a good enough of a salary for me to be comfortable, pushed me to pursuing my own business. And let me tell you something else. The earning potential of being an entrepreneur, there's nothing that even touches it or comes close to it. You can make 200, 300, 400, 500K a year, millions a year at the ripe old age of 24, 25, 26, 27, that working in a 9 to 5 in corporate America in business, which I did for 2 years, you are never going to touch. You are never going to touch. And even if you do touch, it means that you've kissed a lot of ass to climb up the corporate ladder and you've sacrificed your life to build someone else's empire instead of building your own. So what I can tell you, do not waste your early 20s. Now is when we have the most energy, the most power, the most passion. Focus on one single business model for the next year, 2 years, 3 years. And once you look back after those 2 to 3 years pass, which is going to be very quick, you are going to be very thankful for your past self. Live life with the motto of working right now, going through hardship right now to make your future self proud and more happy. Like, I look back and there were some very, very dark days when I would leave my 9 to 5, go do DoorDash for an hour, come back from DoorDash, work on my business. Like, now I had, more money to be able to try different stuff or get more samples. There were pretty dark times. They were very boring. I didn't really see much people. There wasn't much socializing going on, none of that. But now I look at it and I'm like, wow, I'm so grateful I did that. You're never gonna see a 70-year-old, an 80-year-old who's on their deathbed and they're like, I really regret working hard in my early 20s. I wish I just kind of fucked around a little more. I wish I gave more of my early 20s to a corporate job. No one's gonna say that. What people say in their 70s and their 60s and their 80s is, I regret spending my youth working for someone else. But I'm telling you right now, you have the opportunity to work for yourself, just as I did over this past year. Changed my life. If you want one-on-one coaching when it comes to e-commerce TikTok shop, you'll find the link down below. Also, if you want to see where all this started for me, you can go back to my day 0 on TikTok shop video, and it really is a nice documentation journey seen from day 0 all the way to my last video when we passed 5,000 orders. Now the goal is 10K orders, 100K orders, 2 million in revenue next year. All of that is there, and I think it's up for the taking. So I'll leave y'all with this beautiful view, and I will see you in the next video. Hopefully the sound wasn't fucked up in this one, but I'll see you next time.